I am Queen Boss Lady. I am your motivational speaker, and you will be motivated when you hear me through your speakers. With that being said, come on in here. Let's talk about it. I'm making this video today through my pain. I turned it into strength. And I just want to motivate somebody today and encourage somebody today to turn your pain into your greatest strength. Also, never laugh at someone else's pain, because that same pain that you're laughing at can show up at your front door. While I was mourning the loss of my daughter, I took that very hard. She is my firstborn. She was my first heartbeat. She was my first love. And while I was mourning the loss of my child, because God literally told me that she could never be with me again because of the crimes that she committed against me, because of the accusations that she tried to accuse me of, because of her rallying up so many troops to come against me when I was innocent. God told me that she would never be able to be with me again. Now, I'm speaking to a lot of people right now that know exactly how this pain feels to lose a child. But it's so different for me because my child is alive. I'm alive. But I still mourned because I lost this child. I lost this child to the streets. I lost this child because they chose money. They chose to be accepted by people that do not accept me. They chose to get initiated into a witch coven. They chose to get initiated in a secret society that has always been coming for me. She was instructed on what to do, when to do it, how to do it, how to gaslight me, what to say to try to control me, and what to do to take me out. While the whole town was laughing at me, while the whole town was picking at me, laughing at me, because I have such high standards when it comes to myself and how I raise my children. these people that decided to laugh at me was people that have drug addictions, their own crack, their own powder. They've lost their children. They sell their children. And these are the low vibrational entities that she was able to take over their minds, their bodies, their souls, and control them. Just as well as her grandmother did, and her grandfather did, and her father. I had to motivate myself through this tragedy, through this loss. Could you imagine facing the person that tried to unalive you? I can face my daughter at any time, anywhere, any place. I can look at her. I can look her in her face. I can look her in her eyes. My daughter cannot do the same. Once I was done mourning, and now here's the motivation coming through your speakers. I am encouraging someone right now to get up. Wipe your tears. You've cried enough. And go within. Remember all the good times that you've had with your child. And know that it's not your fault. I chose to get me and my daughter counseling because I felt like that was another notch as far as breaking a generational curse. And while we was getting counseling, the counselor caught on very fast to what was going on. And she told me, just like I'm about to tell you, the only problem that you're having with your child or your children is that you love too much. You care too much. You put them first too much. And I had all three of these problems, but I didn't know that they was problems. I didn't know that you could love a child too much. I didn't know that you could show a child that you care too much. All I knew is I had a lot of love within me, and she was my child, so I gave it to her freely. I did not pay attention to the red flags on her dad's side of the family and my side of the family. I thought my love would be more than enough to conquer these demons that my daughter was fighting. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. You feel like you can take down any demon that's coming up against your child or your children. And I'm just here to motivate you and encourage you. Sometimes you can, and sometimes we cannot save them all. But I feel like if I just touch one person with this motivational message that I'm giving right now, that will be more than enough. Because I learned through my child, every loss isn't a loss. Every L isn't a loss. Sometimes your L is a lesson that you need to learn. That I cannot save anybody. But what I can do is motivate you to save yourself. I am Queen Boss Lady. I am a motivational speaker. And when you hear me speaking through your speakers, you will be motivated as well. To the next video, I care for you guys.